How many bets do professional bettors make? It's difficult for non-professional gamblers to realize, but in fact, the most skilled professional bettors make up to 5,000 bets every month. You should make 166 bets every day on average to bet 5,000 bets a month. The 5 most popular football championships perform 50 matches on average every week, so you can gain 200 bets every month by making a bet on each of them. But where could we find 5,000 bets every month, especially 5,000 value bets? Non-professional bettors should say it's impossible to make 5,000 bets. They are so wrong. You are watching the Expected Score channel. In this video, we'll tell you the main secret of professional bettors and you will clarify how they make thousands of bets every month. First of all, you should realize you can bet not only on football. This mistake is often made by non-professional bettors. Of course, football is one of the most profitable sports for sports bettors. You could find 1 or even 2,000 value bets on football monthly, making bets on all the affordable championships. But bettors who bet huge distances try to master the other kinds of sports: basketball, hockey, tennis, baseball, American football, and many others. The conjunction of several kinds of sports provides a desirable number of bets every month. Let's discuss the second misconception of non-professional bettors. They suppose that a professional bettor makes his bets by his own opinion. In their imagination, a professional bettor opens a betting line, thoroughly analyzes each match for some time, watches videos of each team, knows and processes the important information about each team, and then finally makes a bet. But the reality is entirely different. Professional bettor develops his sports betting model. Then he inserts all the necessary statistician data, XG in football, and similar statistician parameters in other kinds of sports. And finally, he has a betting model, which finds him value bets 24 hours a day. One more important fact: non-professional bettors don't take into account that it's possible to make more than one bet on a match. For example, you could bet on total, Asian handicap and the outcome of a whole match and half times. So you already have 6 bets in general. Talking about basketball, for example, NBA, you could make 1,000 bets because of the quarters. Imagine that you've decided to develop your betting model, a strategy on favorites against underdogs. You analyzed a huge database and found a regularity. This regularity shows that it's profitable to bet on underdogs under certain conditions, and these bets could gain you a nice income long-term. Before the matches, your betting model provides the information: what underdogs teams you should bet on, what are the odds on these underdogs, and what ROI you could get. So you have a profitable betting strategy and suppose that the money is already in your pockets. But there exists a small problem. This betting strategy allows you to make only 100 or 150 bets per month. It's far from 5,000 bets. How could we handle this situation? The fact is that a professional bettor does not rely on only one betting model. He keeps developing more and more betting strategies. So he develops one more model which provides him 100 additional bets, and so on and so on. Then he shifts to another kind of sport and finds a couple of models there, and so on. Finally, a professional bettor owns a great number of betting models, which allows him to make up to 5,000 value bets per month. We can make an easy conclusion. The greatest part of the professional bettor's work is not to make a bet and to root it. The most important part of a professional bettor's work is to develop more and more betting models and to improve his existing models. The more betting models you own, the biggest turnover you have. You may question, is it possible to make 150 bets a day, especially when you also need some time to develop betting models? Even 3 minutes spent on a bet turns into 7 hours a day for making 150 bets. In addition, the bettor should check the change in odds, and sometimes even ROI changes from positive to negative and backwards. The answer is professional bettors do not make their 5,000 bets a month manually. They develop a bot that would find the odds, choose the bet sizing, and make a bet. You should just specify a kind of sport and the amount for each bet. There is no need to find bets on your own. No need to find bets manually. This is a new era of betting, modern betting. You spend your time developing a model and a bot, and then afterwards, the bot does your job. And you are free to develop one more strategy. Soon you will own many betting models, which would bring you money. No more manual betting. But developing a bot should be your secondary aim. Your main aim is to develop your betting model with positive ROI. Bets without the model tested on the odds archive is a waste of time, and often it's also a waste of money. Before you make a bet, you should ensure that the parameters on which you base your bet has shown it's profitable in retrospect. Generally speaking, has been tested on the played matches. Visit our website to clear the truth about the world of professional sports betting. Using our tools for professional sports betting, you could create your betting models and earn money with sports betting. You will find the link in the description below.